What have we got here? Let's see. Welcome to First Pitch Live.
Good morning. First Pitch Live, Saturday edition. Another week brought to you by Home Field Apparel, the presenting sponsor for College Baseball Central, College Baseball Insiders. We love those guys. Wearing the new Arrival Texas shirt that just showed up at the house the other day. Can't beat it. Best material. Simple. I love the baseball script that they do. They're one of the only brands that does that. It's absolutely phenomenal. I know you have an order on the way.
Comes today.
I love it, man. It's
live
like Christmas.
today. Yep.
I'll check that tracking number. I'm like, when's this thing getting? I want that thing overnighted because that is pure gold. We can't have that on the truck that long, and I can't let anybody see that. So, I'm going to tweet here. Why don't you start off breaking down the Friday storylines, and then I'll jump into kind of the Kentucky trip and then my Friday storylines. Why don't you start with what you saw? Well, technically Thursday and Friday because we had a ton of Thursday to Saturday slates this week.
I will just say I did order an Arizona State t-shirt. So keep it just everybody just relax. The humidity, it's beautiful out there. Get in the shade. That's all I have to say. If that's a little joke. No, just another great Friday night. I know we're all on heaters right now, so make sure you're checking and check out the site and everything with us with our picks too.
It's
right
free.
now. Yeah.
Right now.
I would say I'll say, I know I played it Thursday night, Q. I know Matt and Nick were on them last night with Washington, but I kind of made a text. I mean, UCLA came back, but what are we doing out there, man? Thursday night, they're shut out. Last night, they're getting shut out against Washington. And they finally came back and get a win, but let's go Bruins. I know they might just be like, hey, we're in great shape. But come on, guys. Got to get the bats going a little bit. But that one was surprising, but just some good actions. I mean, one thing I'm excited for today, I'm going to say is we got the Ivy League. They're on DraftKings. You can bet the Ivy League. You got Columbia or Penn, and then you got Brown and Yale today. So I'm excited for that.
It's a quality ball club.
Yes.
I watch.
And I'll be honest, I'm not big into the Ivy League. I'm tracking them that much. So I did do a little research and probably try to get a play since they are on the board today. But no, some great matchups. There have been some high-scoring ones. I think TCU, very impressive last night, shutting out West Virginia. I was on West Virginia in that one.
It's been a tight series all weekend, 2-0 and 4-0.
4-0, very low scoring in those two games. Let me just see my notes, really anything else. Oh, one I'm going to be, and we'll talk, but I mean, one that's been very entertaining is the Jacksonville State Dallas Baptist series. Very high scoring games. Dallas Baptist is 2-0 in the series, 13-3, 10-6. I've been playing the over in that the last two nights. I'm looking again at an over in that, but we'll get more into it, but you can fire off some.
The old Dallas bombing unit, as they say, the DBU. Pitching is optional in Dallas as well as Texas A&M and Mississippi State. Listen, you want to throw a guy out there, it's fine. You want to put a coach pitching machine out there, it's fine. The boys are going to slug regardless. So it is what it is. If you like offense, those are two series to catch. One thing I wanted to point out, Cole Carlone left the game early yesterday for Arizona State. He's been an absolute stud for them. Didn't start Thursday. They pushed him back to Friday, try to keep him on some similar rest. Yesterday, from what the reports were like fatigue and achiness, more precautionary is what Arizona State people are saying with on social media. So we'll kind of follow that. Listen, everybody's getting tired. Everybody's achy, especially these aces that are throwing 6-7 innings every Friday. We get it. So it's just something to monitor. I thought Arizona State is kind of sleepwalking this weekend against Houston. I mean, Houston's 6-22 in conference play. There's no reason why you had to battle back Thursday night. Last night, you can't get it done. You lose 5-3. You got to wake up. You got to win the series. What else? Kentucky trip. Absolute great time with our guy, Todd Harris. Everything from Matt May, the SID, the Lexington general hospitality was short. It was just nothing but spectacular. venues, just scenery, people, relationships it's been incredible. So thank you to Big Blue Nation for taking care of Matt and I. We definitely will be back. We've already talked about, hey, what series are we going to try to aim for next year? And we want to bring our guy Smitty, Big Blue Nation, big time supporter.
They'd love me down there. They love me down in the beautiful.
They were asking me, where's that guy? I was like, oh, he's Smitty. And I was like, yeah, where is he? I was like, job takes priority, but we're going to make sure next season we get him out there. We owe it to Big Blue. So I did come around to liking the Big Blue Nation.
You look great in that blue. I look
great in blue. Made my eyes
fantastic.
It was beautiful.
Popping off the great pictures down there. Yeah,
I loved it. I loved it.
Grissom even looked good. Grissom even looked good in the blue a little bit there.
Now he was a little confused that day. He big time Arkansas guy wearing a Kentucky hat. Didn't really know how to have that kind of day, if you will. Like, do I support the Arkansas Razorbacks, or I'm here, they're bringing me in? Am I, Kentucky Wildcat tonight? So that was a little weird. Prayers up to the Kentucky ball player Braxton Van Cleve, injured last night, pretty severe. We pray and hope all reports come back on the positive side today and he gets a speedy recovery. But that's a big rubber match series, so we'll talk about that here shortly. Kane's first guy in the chats on life support. Would bet money on FSU to be in Miami. Miami just looked dead last night. They look dead. They blow the game Thursday night. They get walked off 7-6. And then just absolutely get housed 11-1 yesterday. I get it. My dad's a Miami fan. He's getting ready to pull up to the house any minute now. Like, I'm sure he's going to have a ton to say. But you know what? The injuries, not having Cuvée matters. So that was a big thing for them. I do lean Florida State. Minus 175 is a little juice for me, but I do lean that way. So if you like that play, I could see that. And storyline, Sunbelt. And then we'll kind of dive into the Saturday slate. Coastal, early on in the season, just on fire, even with the injuries. Southern Miss kind of started a little rocky. We're like, oh, this thing's a runaway. Coastal's going to handle it. Guess what? They're tied coming into the final game. They are tied in first place. That's just a wild sentiment. Coastal gets pretty much shut down Thursday night when they really needed that win. Southern Miss is on an absolute tear down there in Georgia. They won 14-2 yesterday. Housed the game one. Are we going to have a split regular season title? Because they're both same record. Now, I don't know the tiebreakers of the Sun Belt, but it looks to me as long, the winning percentage, if they both win today, they're going to have a tie. So there's going to be a share there. But just incredible ball the second half of the season for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles there. It's, what can you say? Like, two hot teams. Coastal needs to kind of pick it back up today against Louisiana. I think they do. I'm actually on them. So what's your thoughts on that? Any speaking of them, are you on Coastal today?
I have not played anything with Coastal yet today. I haven't played any. Again, I've looked at some. I was going to jump in the Ole Miss play with you so far, but that one jumped a little bit, so I missed it at the better number. So I'm going to hold off on that. But no, there's a couple. I know Andrew just did. I retweeted it on social media. He was talking about like Wichita State, South Florida in their conference.
South Florida's up 2-0.
You got Charlotte, like there. He posted all like, if Wichita wins and Charlotte lost and Wichita gets in, I think in the tournament. So South Florida, they need to win today. I think they play Wichita off the top of my head, minus 175 right now. So Andrew posted that out, just some different scenarios in with those teams too. So yeah, you know what I'm looking for early when these come out, especially on DraftKings, is some over-unders. I've been playing a lot of those lately. What's up, Crutch? Good morning. One that irritated me last night, Q, was Maryland. I played the over 14 Penn State, Maryland. And again, high scoring, but that stupid 10-run rule had to come into effect. And Maryland got them. Penn State, please score some runs today. Keep the game going, and let's get high scoring in that one. But I'm looking at that one.
Those are tough, the run rules. Now, typically a book will just void that because it doesn't go the full 9. So it's kind of just a wash. But it's frustrating when one team is just absolutely on fire, doing everything right to get you that cover, and it just doesn't happen on the other side. but we bounced back. Octagon, I love them. They're one of my favorite drinks. They need to sponsor the show. We need to get either like an energy drink or a coffee brand to sponsor the show. So listen, PSA, if you guys know anybody, please send them our way. We'd love to have a sponsor. We'd love to rep their brand. It'd be a great fit.
Needed in my Virginia for Lovers couple. Let's go.
That's it. Little coffee, little energy. Let's have a day crutch. All right. I will finalize my thoughts and we'll go to a quick commercial break. The Coastal. I'm on Coastal now. They were minus 150 to 165, depending on what book you had. Call me wild. This is the old Sun Belt parlay here. I've got to pair with Southern Miss. I know Southern Miss is like minus 1,000, but it brought down the odds down to like 125. So I like that. Both teams.
Oh, that's a good bet.
Yeah, I'll take that. Little Sun Belt doozy there. Carlin getting dinged. Heat sickness. Yeah. A little achiness. Listen, the guys, they're going to get an IV. It's been a long season. They're going to be fine. It was more precautionary is what we're hearing. So I don't think anything negative per se. And a lot of teams like Kyle Jones for Florida dealing with a minor turf toe injury. Hasn't even played the last 2 games. Like these teams are not going to ruin their season for one game or a couple innings here late, especially with tournaments, conference tournaments, and then postseason play coming up. So why don't we do this? I'm going to go to a commercial break real quick. We'll get the website up. We'll start running through some games for the Saturday slate.
Before we get back to the action, we've got to tell you about the best gear in college sports. The place to go is Home Field Apparel. Check out the Diamond Classics collection, high-quality throwback jerseys for your favorite team. From the Arkansas Razorbacks to the Vanderbilt Commodores, Home Field has you covered. Home Field's the only apparel partner of College Baseball Central. Gear up for game day by visiting homefieldapparel.com.
All right, we got the site pulled up. We'll start talking games. Bring up the scoreboard here. One feature Matt's added. I love it. Rubber match right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. It's an easy kind of telltale of anything we're going to be talking about, any good series. Let's go top 25 only, and then we can obviously branch out. Georgia Tech, absolute onslaught versus Boston College up in Chestnut Hill. I was looking at Georgia Tech for a parlay piece. They did officially win the ACC regular season tournament the regular season conference title last night. Did they rest guys or they finish the sweep? That'll be interesting to see what they do today, which is the only reason I laid off of it. But if you did want to put them in a parlay, I think they're like minus 315. You put them with a lower, like minus 200, you're looking at even money. It's not a bad play considering how well they've done this year.
Yeah, they've dominated that series, 23-1 scoring in that. So, yeah, I played them yesterday. I had them in a parlay piece. I think it was with Florida last night. That was a winner. Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing. Q was they clinched it. Do they rest guys today? Could this one get a little crazy? Could you have some backups and like trying to some higher scoring in this one? Because Georgia Tech can put on about 15 themselves. So I want to see what that over-under is in this one and get maybe BC get the bats going a little bit, only scoring 1 run so far.
Yeah, BC is not a terrible offensive team, so you'd think they would come alive here. Are you touching the Mississippi State Texas A&M at all?
The only thing I would do with that one is with the wind conditions, 14 miles per hour out. It's been high scoring so far. I would look for an over in that one for any action for me.
Mississippi State rolls A&M game 1. A&M returns the favor game 2. Offense. Like I said earlier, pitching has been optional. Do we have? No, run lines haven't posted yet. I mean, they're probably going to put this game at 14.5, 15.5, the way the series is gone. If you favor a side, right now Mississippi State's the small favorite there at minus 140, depending on what book you're looking at. DraftKings. Both are 115. If you bet MGM, bet Caesars. Caesars has pretty good lines. I need to actually load up my account there because I feel like I'm missing out on some value there. But to each his own. So that Columbia Penn, we do have in there at George H.W. Bush Field. Penn looks to be the slight favorite. Are you dabbling here?
Oh, I might. I think you got to do this. Might have to do a money line parlay with maybe with the two favorites. Go with Penn. Penn's 2-1 this year against Columbia. They won 9-5, 9-8, and then the last game of the series got a little crazy, 21-11. We like those runs. Score in the Ivy.
Penn's far better in the conference, playing pretty decent ball, just under 500 for the season. Columbia's struggling. Similar strength of schedules. Offensively, Columbia's the edge there. Not terribly. Pitching goes to Penn. Penn's had some good teams of recent years. They've played in the tournament. They've kind of given teams a little trouble. Here's another one.
Minus 166 for Penn. And I think that jumped a little bit because that was lower about maybe 45 minutes ago.
Listen, put a little pizza money on that. Take it like it's a little hors d'oeuvre for the main slate, little appetizer. You just got to get a little something in the
Matt and Penn. Let's go. Let's get a little money line parlay in that one.
Any thoughts on TCU West Virginia, or are we moving forward?
No, I mean, I would look for West Virginia to bounce back in this one, but like you said earlier, it has been low scoring, not a lot of runs in this. Yeah. So do the basket go in today? That's a possibility, but I'd look for West Virginia to bounce back in this one today.
Our site's saying West Virginia should be the favorites about minus 160 right now. They're a heavy favorite at minus 238. So if you're playing a value, TCU would be on the value side of that.
Yeah. Money line piece, yeah, if you're going to play West Virginia.
Yeah. All right. I am going back to the well with Oklahoma State. They essentially shit the bed against Luke Flata Thursday night. They bounced back in a big way last night. I parlayed them with none other than Arizona State. Cole Klecker's on the mound. I do think they wake up enough to get the game here. Oklahoma State, a heavy favorite there. 3+ run favorite for our site. Arizona State, Houston. Arizona State essentially a 2-run favorite as well. I like that. I think Oklahoma State wants to continue with Stormy Rhodes playing good competitive baseball, especially going into the Big 12 tournament. They kind of want to play hot. Arizona State, again, you can't lose this series. I'm sorry. Like, it's really going to hurt you in the seeding if you lose this series. You kind of been up and down after a hot start this year. You really got to tie this down to kind of end the season on a strong note heading into conference tournament play. So I do have that at minus 130. If you're listening and you're not a member, you just got a free play. You actually got 2 free plays.
Let me jump in with this Oklahoma State. Good win there today, 17 mile per hour. This would probably be set. I mean, Arizona's not a high-scoring team, so you kind of have to look at that sometimes.
Stormy Rhodes pitched really well, too.
Yeah, so I'm looking for an over in this.
Okay.
But if it gets too crazy, then I agree with you. I'd match Oklahoma State, and Arizona State's a good one there. I think that's a good money line parlay piece there. Because with Arizona State losing last night, they got to bounce back. I mean, and I think they got to bounce back in a big way today. I think they'll put some runs on the board today.
Miami, Florida State. I'm not touching it. Canes is probably on the right side, saying Florida State. Bryson Moore is on the mound against Siskar. Siskar kind of roughed up last weekend. Florida State's playing really well at home. Bryson Moore, quality pitcher, minus 175. I'm not touching it. Anything for you?
No, I mean, if I would, it would be Florida State moneyline parlay piece. They're 27-3 at home already, but I've stayed away from this series. I just couldn't get a good read on this, but I think Florida State would be a moneyline parlay piece. I think they'll sweep the series.
All right, Arkansas, Kentucky. I do got to change this. Jackson Jelkin confirmed is not starting today. We interviewed Coach Mingione Thursday night. Obviously, we saw him come late for the 8th and 9th inning to close it out. They needed win number 13 in conference play. They got that. I believe Madison is going to start unconfirmed, but he's kind of been their 4th starter. Now, I will say, Mingione said he's not starting Jackson Jelkin. He would not come off the hit with a solidified answer if the game's close and they're going for win number 14 late. Does Jelkin come in? So he kind of was playing coy there. I don't know if he's just kind of a little gamesmanship, but I would not be surprised if he, came in a ninth inning in a one-run game to close it out and then get ready for the tournament. So it's just something to watch out for. I gave out 2-1 Kentucky. They've played Kentucky baseball last night. Arkansas just kind of stepped up to the plate, got that big hit in the 7th or 8th inning, that double. I think Kentucky has a good shot to win today. They're attacking early. We think it's Cole Gibbler going for Arkansas. Dave Van Horn wouldn't come off that. He was TBA. The only thing is Arkansas's bullpen is a lot fresher. Gackle gives them 6+, and then McIlvain comes in and then shuts the game out with 3 strong innings. So Arkansas has the bullpen advantage. Kentucky playing at home, maybe a little more desperate, could be right in this. So Hazard, better late than never, as they always say. Let's have a day. We'll get you listen, we'll cover the futures. Those are smaller bets. We'll get you a couple wins today. It'll all be a wash. Things even out. Never tell your wife you lost. You always break even or you win. Little insider tip there.
Or you look for change in your kid's piggy bank. One of the two.
North Carolina.
Always bet responsibly, right, Q? Always bet responsibly. And can I just say this about the Kentucky one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I should take Arkansas because when I've gone against Kentucky twice this year, and I've lost the bet. Good morning. I've lost the bet. So for the great people of Kentucky, maybe I'll just take Arkansas today, and you can get a big win. And I will do that for the fans, for the team, for the program. I'll do that for you. Go Bruins.
Go Bruins. Wake the Bruins up.
I hope you weren't on about 10 minutes ago when I was bashing them.
No. Ole Miss, Alabama. I jumped on Ole Miss. I'll pull it up. Kate Townsend, clear pitching advantage today on the bump against Miles Upchurch. Miles hasn't pitched terribly, but Ole Miss is swinging the bats extraordinarily hot right now. You can see they're obviously better offensively than Alabama. Today, even pitching. Overall pitching, Ole Miss statistically is a better team. Our site has Ole Miss minus 216 heavy favorites. I got this line at minus 145 this morning. Ole Miss has jumped up to minus 180. So either the books realized who was on the mound for Ole Miss or people were just kind of steaming on that. I know you were looking. Maybe you parlay Ole Miss at minus 175. If you lay the juice, it's not terrible. It's a little rich, but you could justify laying that. Terry, listen, I'm an unbiased college baseball insiders. That's my political answer. That's my
all pull for.
Unofficially, I'm a diehard Gators fan. I do support other programs. I like UVA. They're a proximity reason. Smitty, big Kentucky fan. Big Kentucky fan.
I've got into Kentucky in the last year. I kind of root for them. I like their style. We got some friends down there, so I've kind of gone Kentucky, but I'm like Q too. I root for a lot of teams, especially when I have a ticket on them, but I do enjoy a lot of a lot of teams in college baseball, and it's usually going with like coaches to style play. That's kind of how some of my rooting in college baseball.
Yeah. Can I interest you in a little Georgia Auburn? I'll tell you what, Georgia's rolling. They went 2-1 and then Thursday night. Then they win yesterday.
9-7. Yep.
A little better offensive performance by both teams, obviously. Not good if Auburn gets swept here. Not good. So Georgia's pretty much wrapped up the SEC. They already have wrapped up the SEC regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they have the 1 seed in the SEC tournament coming up. Auburn was kind of that 5-6 in terms of national seed. You get swept. Are we having a bad discussion about them? I'm not sure. But it's not good to be swept. You got to salvage the series. Listen, you lose 2-1 in a tight series, 2-1, 9-7. The committee's going to give you some grace, in my opinion, as long as you don't go into the first game of the SEC tournament and lose. You get swept, we're having a little bit of a different conversation, in my opinion. Now, or depending on the help of other teams, you slip maybe just down to the 8 seed, or do you kind of screw yourself, and now you're in that 9-10 seed, and now you have to potentially play somewhere else in the Super Regional? You do not want that to happen. You want to be at Plainsman Park. Now, let's just call it what it is. You want to be there. Your offense is a little inconsistent. At least be at home. If you're going to lose, if you're going to win, you want to do it at Plainsman. So Let's see. Got an interview with Kentucky State head coach tomorrow. Close enough, right? Yeah. They're always a fan favorite. So get Smitty and Kentucky State shirt. I'm not on this series. It's been fantastic to watch. I just didn't know how Georgia was going to play. Already wrapping it up, but they've played, to win, and rightfully so. Wes Johnson wants to keep that momentum, so can't be mad at it. Coastal, I told you I'm on that. They have to win. They have to win to secure at least a share of the Sun Belt to kind of get back on a winning track. They've been 5-5 the last 10. I like them. And then real quick, because I know we're kind of running short on time, I like Florida to complete the sweep today. Russell Sandefur has pitched pretty well the last two outings. I think it continues against an absolute dead LSU team, especially the way Liam was able to go 7 in a run rule yesterday, 11-1. I think Florida is able to get win number 18 and push themselves to that 9-10, depending on what happens, maybe an 8 seed if they have a good SEC tournament run. I like where the Gators are offensively. Getting Liam to go 7 yesterday was incredible. 7 innings, 11 Ks, 1 earned run allowed on a solo shot. This Florida Gators team is looking really good right now. Is it consistency? We don't know. TBD, we're going to find out. But I like the Gators to win today at -160 as a good parlay piece or as a lay of the juice. I think the Gators, that's good value for them.
Yeah, I want to see where the over-under is on this one, just because the last two, I think LSU's pitching, it's done.
They're throwing nobody.
Yeah, they're throwing nobody. I think Florida, I agree with you. I had them in a money line parlay piece yesterday. I think both games are coming off 11 runs. I think they'll continue putting runs on the board today. I think LSU could get a couple against Florida here too. So you add that up and it will hit the over if it's at a reasonable thing. I think if I'm looking at 13, then 14, then I might be on the over in that. Because again, I think Florida could put up close again to 10, 11 runs in this one.
I like that. We're still waiting on those. Terry, we always like to talk with the fans. That's what makes us successful. Spread it to your friends and family, colleagues, siblings, whatever you want to do. The people you hate in life, go ahead and send them this. Doesn't matter. The fans are really what makes us successful. Like, we do this for you guys. We love the game. We want to spread it. So please pass this on to everybody you know. The bigger the fan base gets, the bigger we can get, the more content we can provide. So it's a win-win scenario. So always love the support there.
Yeah, we love the fans. I mean, It was, I'll tell real quick, because I know we want to hit a couple more games, but being out in Omaha last year, the people just, walking by and they yell your name or come over and say, we love what you're doing. That's awesome. I mean, that was really neat. I mean, when people, can we get a picture with you guys? It's like, what? Like, we just, that was the weird thing. A couple of those, but yeah, I mean, and some of the
big-time bucks.
I mean, hey, meet and greet time, but no, and and the great thing is DM us anything. We get back to you as soon as we can. I mean, again, the fans are the best, and we really appreciate people tuning in and watching all the great programs here.
All right, Dallas Baptist, Jacksonville State. Offense has been the first 2 games of the series. I expect that to continue. Dallas Baptist is up in that series 2-0.
Yeah, you got good wind there again, 18 mile per hour. I expect another high one. This could be set, don't you think, today, maybe around 15?
Oh, yeah, 15.5. Dallas Bomber unit. I mean, they've been swinging the sticks.
I mean, yeah, both games have hit 16 runs.
Yeah.
Combined. So, yeah, I'm going to look. I'm 2-0 on this. I'm going to look again to go get the sweep and the over if it's nothing crazy with the over today.
Huge juice here. Air Force, Oregon State. Oregon State can't afford to lose the series. They don't have the best schedule already being an independent. Air Force takes the game last night. Oregon State, even though they're minus like 500, it's a good 3-team parlay piece if you're trying to get down to even money. They have to win today. I think they get it done. No tournament really for them, obviously, in the independent league, or not league, but independence, I think they get it done. I really do. I like that. I know it's a lot of juice. Are there any other games on your schedule that I'll pull up here?
No, again, I just wrote down the wind. You got good one. Like I said, you got Tennessee, Oklahoma. That was a pretty good wind out there too. I think they're finishing the game 2, and then they go into game 3 today.
Oklahoma was up, correct?
I believe Oklahoma was up in that one. I'm going to look at the over-under.
Don't fade the Beavs. Only
Beavs.
on the run line. Give me a money line. Play your run line. Everybody goes home, Maddie.
Pitt Notre Dame is one. I'm going to keep an eye on the over. I want to see that one. I know Notre Dame. Pitt got game 1. Notre Dame got game 2 yesterday. I think it went 10 innings. I'm going to look at the over in that one today. I think that one could get a little high scoring. Tennessee was up. Yep, 5-3.
Yeah. One game I will touch on, Old Dominion. They were sitting like minus 215. If you can get a 1.5, I love that. Great parlay piece. James Madison is like 5-19 on the road. Just absolutely horrendous ball club when they have to travel away from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Old Dominion, big series win last week against Coastal Carolina on the road. They're at home up 2-0. I believe they run rolled both games. Old Dominion, the wife's alma mater, swinging the sticks this weekend. Love them as a parlay piece. I'm in Virginia, so I'm not going to be able to bet them today, but I did hammer them twice when I was in the state of Kentucky, and it was probably the easiest cash of the season. So that is a play for me there. And then you guys have touched on the run lines, plus 5.5, plus 4.5, I believe, on Washington. Do you not go back to the well today? You're plus money. You either win it because UCLA is sleepwalking, or you lose it. You're still, hey, it is what it is. I've hit 2-1 for the series. I'll take that all day of the week. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer bet, right?
Yeah, I mean,
UCLA's 50. You're going to get a several run line again.
Yeah, and the one Thursday night, one thing that sold me on that game was the over/under was only like 8.5 or 9, and then you had like Washington plus 5.5. So they weren't expecting a high-scoring game, and then
they put a 9 spot up.
Yeah, they did. And, the wind was really blowing. I think if I remember correctly, the wind was really blowing in Thursday night there. So I thought maybe that, okay, they put that in. But, I mean, Washington hit 1 or 2 home runs in that game. Yeah, and they put it on them. And nothing against it. I've only really watched Washington live one time on TV with you. We weren't very impressed. I mean, I have tracked them a lot. I mean, they have won some games and good for them, but against UCLA. But I mean, you guys have said it, like Matt has said it, you have said it. Sometimes they just kind of play with their food a little bit, and there could be coasting into, the postseason here. So yeah, it would not be a bad maybe play today again to take a chance with that.
Yeah, Matt and I have been very critical, like you said, on him. So if you lean that, I support it. If UCLA wins, that means they won every series. That's true.
That's true.
That's a good point. But we're not trying to bash Jerry, just subjective.
No, love that. I mean, that's a loaded team. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they got stud after stud, great pitching staff, just a deep team. We've been high on UCLA from before the season. Saying they're going to probably walk easily into Omaha and everything like that. But it was just it's been a little weird sometimes with games that you would think they would blow teams out. It's closer than what especially we thought.
Fullerton. No, we didn't touch that one. I just didn't have a read on that. I know, they have to get into the tournament. Our site doesn't really like them. It's been pretty spot on. So listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like, I'm a Cal State Fullerton savant, because I'm not by any means. I trust you guys who kind of know the West Coast schools a little better than me. San Diego obviously doesn't have anything to play for. Cal State's trying to get that win number 15 in the conference play. Listen, it is a spot where they do need a win. Our site has them at plus 320. Now, obviously, it doesn't factor in an emotional spot, right? So take that, for what it's worth. Right now, Fullerton is minus 154. I just don't see the value there, in my opinion, to lay that. But now, if you're one of those persons where you have that gut feeling, yeah, absolutely lay it, right? I just don't know what San Diego is going to do.
The great Phil Nevin, Cal State Fullerton. That's about all.
Augie Garrido, one of the legendary college baseball coaches.
Yep.
All right.
Now, I don't have much on that. So,
what's going on here?
Hey, one parlay piece. I'm looking at Vandy maybe today. Vandy
Yep, I have them as well.
I played the over last night, 11.5, big winner. I think Nick was on the over. I think he got it at a little better number than I did. It's, we both cashed that one. But I'm looking at Vandy because this is a team that I think they got to get really hot before the tournament and then do really good things next week. I mean, they got to catch fire and go really far, maybe even have to win.
They probably have to go to the semis, to be honest.
Yeah, well, guys, semis. I thought at least championship game, something like that. You're saying semis. So I like the spot today. Our site likes them too. So moneyline parlay piece, maybe even the over if it's not at a crazy number. I thought, Nick, for some reason, I think Nick jumped on that yesterday and got it 9.5 or 10. I got it 11.5, and I think it hit 12 or 13 runs last night.
Here's another one. We got about 3 minutes left. Try to keep it to about a 40-minute show. We know that's kind of a sweet spot. Crutch, yeah, that was one of the other games I was going to bring up, and incidentally, our site loves them. If you all remember, about 8 o'clock is when the motto value starts populating its games. Virginia Tech has been a 3-star play all weekend long. We got him plus 130. I didn't touch it yesterday, but again, you can get him plus money. Aiden Kanak's pitching today, but outside of that, A, how long is he going to go? Probably not that long. B, Eric Backus has already said he's saving all of his arms in kind of the kitchen sink, if you will, for the ACC tournament because they know they have to win that to be able to go into postseason play. Virginia Tech, probably off the bubble, winning the series yesterday 2-1. But if you have a chance to sweep the series and take all the doubt out of their hands or any controversy, that's what you do. You continue playing hokey baseball. You continue playing hot like you have the back half of the season. Go get a series sweep today. I like that play. In Xavier yesterday was able to bounce back. Another 3-star play that our site has loved against Creighton all weekend long. It's sitting 1-1 in a rubber series at plus money. If you took them both nights, you're sitting even money. Let's go get one there. But you could see 3-star plays, fantastic. 2-star plays, pretty solid. It loves the Gators again here at a 1-star play. Breaks down parlay pieces. We mentioned Vanderbilt, ODU. East Carolina needs to win. A series sweep would do them wonders. Okie State, we talked about them. Georgia Tech, we talked about them. Wake Forest, another team that's been absolutely hot. Duke,
Kansas. I know they wrapped it up too, but that's a good piece today. I think North Carolina is really, I think it was 9-4, 17-7 last night, really putting on them. Could be a higher. I want to look at the over too and see where that's at. I think North Carolina can get the sweep today, but
Kanak's not going. Updated news.
Oh, okay. I was going to say too, it's not like he's been fantastic.
No, he hasn't. We talked about that.
Yeah.
He's one of the least elite Friday arms. I mean, he's still solid. He's more of a Saturday arm, in my opinion, but that's the best they have.
And they've switched that. What about he's done now like the third game the last 2-3 weekends, I believe.
There you go. Purdue, another team, great offensive team. Yep. With Michigan losing their series to Ohio State, if Purdue wins, they're in the Big Ten. Can they get in the dance? They're kind of a bubble team. If they
that's been a wild one too with Iowa. Yeah. That's been some high scoring games, and that one last night got crazy.
Vanny, we talked about this. Vanny Chris 24 as Auburn lost themselves a top 8 seed with their week. If they salvage today, I think they save a top 8 seed as long as they don't lose the first game in the SEC tournament. If they get swept, now we start having some conversations. Now, if you lose first game in SEC tournament and get swept, without a doubt, you're going to host, not top 8. We talked about it a little more in depth earlier in the show if you want to go back. Arizona State was another one. And then we have our leans. The site, leans Dallas Baptist. You can see pretty high run scoring games. These are, whatever the percentage is for our site. It likes these, not loves it. All right. But you can still have some good quality plays there. It just gives you an idea of like where our heads are at per se. Season stats. I mean, we're clipping at 69%. 3-star plays hitting 85% of the time. 2-star, which is a very solid play in itself, hitting at 70%. 1-star. Those are going to be your little closer run line games. 58%, 57.5%. Like those are legendary numbers. In gambling, if you're hitting at any of these, you're profiting, right? So, that's what we want to see. 206, 110, up 76 units on the season.
Yeah,
Listen,
last night, fire from all of us, the model. Yeah, great night last night. I mean,
the
Nick,
results are there. They speak for themselves.
yeah, Nick was on fire last night. Matt was on fire. I had
Matt
a small profit yesterday.
Swift. I went 3-1. You profited. I think you were up about a unit. Nick 8-0 yesterday. Matt 5-0. Like the last 2 weeks, I mean, we're absolutely killing it. We're dialed in. Follow us.
Hey Q, DraftKings just dropped some of the totals really quick.
Yeah, run through them.
Okay, so I'm just going to go down really fast. Some games that we kind of hit on with the wind blown out. Texas A&M, it's at 15 with Mississippi State. We talked about, well, you got to talk about Penn State, Maryland anytime. It's 16 in that one. Pitt, Notre Dame, I talked about that one. That's also over under 16. Oklahoma State is at 15 and a half. Oh, I just see. I like North Carolina, NC State 12
runs.
I like runs in that.
Clicking, man.
I think that's one I'm going to be on for sure in that one. I think that is lower. I think that one is a lower over under. I think that one can get a little crazy. Purdue's 15 and a half. Here's the Dallas Baptist one, 16 and a half. Vanderbilt's 13 and a half. Just talked about that one. That one's not crazy. I kind of like that 13 and a half. I think that's not bad in that.
You said that's the Vandy.
The Vandy one. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Runs.
Florida. I brought up Florida LSU 14.
This is a good one. Sorry. I wanted to get your Louisiana beats Coastal today. Are they in? Or do they need to win some games? They're going to have to win some games. They've just had a very up and down season. They've got to win today, and they've got to win a game or two in the Sun Belt, and I think they could potentially sneak in. I know we don't have a ton of time. If you guys want to tweet at me, I can answer more questions, but we kind of want to wrap the show up. We always love having you guys.
Hey, one more. Air Force, Oregon State, only at 13.
I don't know, man. Or you just don't know. I would stay away from that. I would take the over on the Vandy, South Carolina game. I do like that, so I'll probably jump on that with you.
Air Force pitching's just not good.
Yeah, but neither is the Oregon State offense.
Oh, I think that, 7 runs the other night, 6, 15 yesterday, and that's I don't know. I think that one could get over that.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to stay away for now, and I'm not going to play it, but
I'll sell you on it throughout the day.
South Carolina. I'm touching the Vandy, South Carolina.
All right, there we go.
I like that. Runs.
Yeah, let's get runs. I want a lot of runs today in some of these games. Let's get some action. We need some satisfaction. Let's go.
All right, we got a lot of college baseball. Our guy Matt Grissom, last comment for the show. Air Force covers. Yeah, I could see that. If you get like 3.5 or 4.5, I do actually like that play better than the over.
Matt, what's your take on the over in that?
We'll see what he says. A lot of runs in Nashville. I agree. I agree.
I think that one's going to be. I think that one's going to be high.
I'm putting that in.
I'm jumping on that too. Played it last night. Let's go back
to the well.
Back to the well.
All right. Preakness today, 7:00. I know you're a big horse guy. A ton of college baseball. I think you're coming over to the house later. We're having a big soiree. Congratulations to my sister. She graduates high school.
Yes, congratulations.
Big accomplishment. Wonderful student, straight A student all 4 years. So I'll give her a quick shout out there. But I know you're coming over. We're gonna have a couple games on.
I'll be over.
Lattes.
We got. Danny has a couple volleyball games, so I'll be over at some point.
Yeah. We'll have a day. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a quick little impromptu video or something.
There we go. That'd be fun.
That'd
be fun.
I don't play totals on bad offenses, Maddie. I'm kind of with you there. So listen, if you want to touch it, I support it. Hazard, back to the well. We love that.
Back to the well.
But I'm going to touch the Vandy. Let me get that play in, guys. I want to get that in before the line jumps. We're approaching 45 minutes, so kind of want to end the show there. Like I said, hit us up on Twitter, both Smitty and I, even Matt Grissom. Grissom's always, on Twitter himself. We always get back to you guys, whether it's a comment or a DM. We love hearing from you guys. Support the show. Spread it out. Thanks for joining this week. We'll be back next weekend on Saturday. we're going to be talking conference tournaments. That's everything, right? They start Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll be in conference play. Omaha's right around the corner. Until then, we'll see you guys next week.